Today on the AWC podcast, we're talking about how to provide an experience rather than just a service. Thanks for spending some time with me today. As you know, the AWC podcast highlights a different article straight from the American Window Cleaner magazine. And if you aren't getting your monthly magazine, why the heck not? It's absolutely amazing. It is filled with a ton of new articles, product reviews, pictures that are out of this world, and of course, the famous window cleaning sticker sheet. Make sure you get your hands on it. Go to awcmag.com/sub or awcmag.com. By the way, we have a ton of cool things. You can buy old sticker packs, you can buy back issues, t-shirts, everything you want that has to do with window cleaning is there. Go to awcmag.com. Well, today we are talking about how to provide an experience rather than just a service. And this is by Gabriel Gutierrez. Super awesome dude. Really good writer. And this is a really, really cool article that he did. Basically, he said that according to the Consumer Expenditure Survey, about 71% of families pay for home services. So that right there is absolutely amazing that they have some kind of services. So when you start off looking at who your target market is and who you're advertising to, it's way more than you thought. Way more than I thought, I know that. He said, listen, you can be the best window cleaner in your area. Be the fastest fanner or have the coolest equipment, but if your customer believes that they can get something comparable to what you offer for a cheaper price elsewhere, then you're simply offering a service. You're simply offering a service. Now, as you know, and we all know, there's a ton of window cleaning companies in your area. There's a ton of them. And every one of us who's listening right now would go on and say, I'm the best one. I'm the best company. I'm the best company. Well, it's like, when people say that they're the number one cheeseburger, like, if you're by numbers, that can be factual, but people throw that out there. Why are you the best one? Right? People have to enjoy the experience because we're a luxury. We've talked about this before, but when you buy a Lamborghini or Ferrari or one of these super high-end luxury cars, when you walk into their place, you are greeted with champagne and warm cookies and people in suits that smell great and are wearing Rolexes. The experience of buying a luxury car is as important as the luxury car, right? And that goes tenfold for us because as you know, and as somebody who does sell supplies, I know that a lot of us are always looking for the cheapest. Sometimes people are looking for the cheapest and that's all they look at. If you're experiencing a service and not getting a service that's an experience, that's where the big problem is. You have to have it be like Apple. When you buy an Apple laptop or anything from them, more or less, the boxes are the exact same, smooth and rubberized with no seams. You open it up and it's right there centered. You pull a tab and things come, and there's all the plastic protective stuff. There's no need for a new phone or say a laptop to be covered in plastic on the back and the front and the screen and the keyboard. And that's all there so you can remove it. Think about that. That is all there just so you can have the experience of buying a new Apple product. He said, number one is trust. I don't care how good you are or how long you've been cleaning windows. If you don't earn the trust of your customers, they'll never let you into their home again. Trust is easy to lose. Trust is easy to lose. Don't do anything that can jeopardize their trust because trust is the number one thing that gets people to buy from you. Price is all right, but you've been more expensive than other people and still gotten the bid or the job. You know that people have had better logos and nicer people, but they trusted you, so they went with you. Trust is extremely important. If you have somebody who can fall out of trust, say for whatever reason, you pick something up out of one room, like one of their personal things off the shelf, and put it in your pocket just to carry it to the other room, but they see that, you've lost trust forever. Lost trust is impossible to get back. It is so much harder than actually gaining trust in the beginning, because going from no trust to some trust is easy, but going from having the opposite of trust and not trusting you is ridiculously hard. Think in your personal life. Who have you had that you used to trust forever? They did something so shady that they killed it for you. Never trust them again. As much as you think you will, you won't. It'll always be there because they've given you something else to not trust you about. He said that the second thing in here is respect. Having regard for the feelings of your customers is a vital quality to keeping them loyal. The big thing with respect is allowing somebody to see your respect. Sure, we all respect them as our customers. We respect them for their dollar and for their loyalty and for everything else. But the big thing is we need to let them know that they're respected. They have to be shown that you're appreciative of what they do. And that's really where respect kind of comes in. He said that doesn't mean you have to know to the customers every whim. You don't have to kowtow to customers every whim. I never tell my techs that the customer is always right, but I do expect them to respect the customer's feelings, no matter how wrong they may be. And that's another one of those really powerful things. The customer's always right. Everybody says that. Yeah, that's a fast food thing. The customer's not always right, but the customer's feelings are always their feelings. The customer is always saying what they think is right. And the big thing is you need to respect those feelings, because even if you can respect what they're saying, but not give in to what they're saying, that's just as valuable. That's a big one. I know, especially with this last election that had gone out, there was a lot of very, 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 very polarizing opinions, if you will. And I know people that were very far left that didn't want to do work for people with Trump signs, and very far right who didn't want to do with Biden signs. You know, and for that right there is you're taking someone's opinion and turning it into a reality for you. The customer's not always right. Say you really like Trump. Trump is awesome. It was the greatest president of all time. And you go into a place and they say, hey, I really like Biden and I'm voting for Biden. Respecting that is different than the customer always being right. You don't have to then agree with them. You don't have to say that what they said was right, but you have to respect their opinion. And that's basically what he's kind of going into. Like I said, I really do enjoy his writing too. It's just a good explanation when he kind of puts stuff out there. He said that even if they are completely in the wrong and being unreasonable, I try to acknowledge that they have the right to their point of view, and I lay before them possible options to alleviate their concerns. So instead of going, no, you're wrong, here's what's right, he's saying you're able to put it out there so that people understand that you're trying to, give them the understanding that you have. I really like that. It should always be done with respect. Number 3, he says, is personal interest. He said, nothing impresses me less than to have a service provider brag about how much money they made in a day. What I hear is customers equal money and nothing more. And man, if you've ever been on Facebook or ever heard of Facebook, that's what people do. They go on there and go, I make $1,000 an hour, and you go, no, you don't. And they go, I do. I got another customer. Look at this big house I just bid. Okay, what about the big job you did the other day? What are you doing to keep them? What are you doing to show them that you respect their job that you already did? He said, while it's true that our industry is transactional, our relationships don't have to be. Nothing makes you stand apart from your competitors than when your clients knows that you care about them. Of course, for that to work, you actually have to care. You actually have to care. It doesn't mean you have to be warm and fuzzy to everybody, but you have to actually care. And that's a big thing is that caring about your customers shows them you can be trusted. It shows them you have respect, and it shows them you have an actual vested interest in them. They're not just a dollar. And that's a big thing. When you eliminate, when somebody says, hey, here's my feelings, my thoughts, my whatever, and you just disregard that, you're disregarding their opinions. You're disregarding them. You don't have the respect for them. You just want their dollar. And the big thing is that when people don't feel respected, you're not giving them an experience. You're just a service, right? We've all been to some restaurant that they don't care. I was at Lowe's today. I walked up to the checkout person. She's like drinking water or something and staring off to the side. And I'm like, hey. And she just kind of looks at me. Oh, hey. Oh, wow. Am I interrupting your time of staring and drinking water? Right? But that's the thing. They just offered a service. I didn't go there for her, and I'll never go back because of her. I will go back because of the products they have or whatever. And now it's not an experience because the experience is soured. It's just a product. And in our case, it's just a service, not an experience. So again, if you want to learn more, or heck, you just like to read articles, or you just want to be better than you were yesterday, go and get the American Window Cleaner magazine. It is chock full of awesomeness. I'm a big magazine fan, obviously, but the pictures that are in here, people are sending in awesome pictures, which, by the way, if you have any amazing window cleaning pictures, shoot them to editor@awcmag.com. But with the pictures and the concepts and the products and the everything that goes along with it is like involving us in a culture of window cleaning, which is great. I love the culture. I love it so much more than just being an industry. So again, that article came from the April 2021 issue of American Window Cleaner magazine with a Squeegee Life podcast on the cover. One of the awesomest covers yet. But make sure to get that again if you're not subscribed. Go to awcmag.com/sub, and I will stop asking anymore. Until next week, thank you again for everything, and we will talk to you then.